The big question here on center stage, is it time for the Chief of the Army Staff, General Vijay Kumar Singh, to go? Not just several members of Parliament, but now members within the government are saying General VK Singh is challenging civilian supremacy and should be sent home. The General's supporters, however, say, how can you sack him for pointing out the weaknesses in national defense? You can't sack him for speaking the truth. Defense Minister A.K. Antony said the three service chiefs enjoy the government's confidence. But what is the government actually thinking? What's the government planning to do? Joining me on center stage, General Ved Prakash Malik, former Chief of Army Staff, Admiral Vishnu Bhagwat, former Chief of Naval Staff, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Congress Party spokesperson and MP, Tarun Vijay, BJP spokesperson and MP, Dr. Manoj Joshi, comments editor, Mail Today, and Javed Ansari, senior editor, Headlines Today. Javed, let me come to you first. What's the government thinking? Secretly, several ministers are now saying that the army chief is challenging civilian supremacy again and again.
Gaurav, it's not just senior ministers, politicians across the spectrum, senior opposition leaders also appear to be have now come around to the view that he's repeatedly challenging civilian authority, and in doing so he's inviting trouble. From what we do know is that tomorrow, once the BRICS summit is over, the CCS will probably meet and then take a call on the fate of General VK Singh.
Okay, Dr. Joshi, Mail Today is almost setting the agenda, if I may. The Mail Today says the general must go. That is what Mail Today is saying. Why should the general go? Those supporting him say he's the one who's pointing out the weaknesses in national defense. Why do you want him to go?
Well, you know, when he took on the government in the Supreme Court, it's highly irregular for the serving Chief of Army Staff to go to the Supreme Court against his own government. That created the perception that he's challenging civilian authority. Number two, he made public the bribery charge 2 years after the event. Another surprise, meaning he could have done it right then, action could have been taken right then. From whatever A.K. Antony has said, that he pressed the general to file the charge, and the general told him that it was not really necessary. He went soft on that. That's another puzzling thing. And third, you know, he has pointed out to the shortcomings in India's defense system, but why has he pointed out at the end of his tenure?
No, but he's repeated.
What I would like to know, he's written this letter. He's written a letter in January to the Raksha Mantri. He's written a letter in March 12th, when a week after his successor was announced, he has written this letter pointing out to the deficiencies. Now, you know, the deficiencies are not unknown. The Comptroller and Auditor General has listed out deficiencies in considerable detail. But what is important is, you see, when that information comes out from the person who is the custodian or who is in charge of the army, the truth is not always something which is comfortable. If you reveal to the adversary how weak you are, a person in authority reveals to the adversary how weak you are, is something which is
this classified information.